Ule Baba Ki Jai. Going to read again from the Shiva Purana, retold by Ramesh Menon. As I finish my healing process here in my little hermitage. In ancient times, Lord Shiva blessed the devout king Bhadrarahu. The Lord came to him in a dream as a bull, and then on, the king conquered all his enemies easily and extended his sway far. He married the chaste and pious Kirti Malini. Once as spring came over the land, the king and his wife went into the forest. And in that vana, Shiva sported with them. The king was proud that he was a protector of his people, their refuge at all times. He often boasted of this. Suddenly, in a clearing in the forest, a Brahmana and his wife came running headlong through the trees, screaming for help. They were being chased by a tiger that was actually a demon. He was Yama incarnate. The king seized his bow and cried there was nothing to fear. With a shattering roar, the tiger bounded into the clearing, pounced on the Brahmana's wife, and carried her off. She screamed, "Save me, O king!" The king shot a quiver of devastras at the beast, but they fell off his hide like bits of straw. He was a Maya, or Mayak tiger, made of illusion by Lord Shiva himself. Such a bewailing the widower Rama set up, tears streaming down his face. He turned accusingly at the king. What avail are your weapons now? What use is your legendary strength, your great bow, your sword, or your devastras? A king's first dharma is to protect his people with his very life. Your family's honor is lost. It is better that you drink poison or walk into the fire than live a life without dharma. The Brahmana's every word pierced the king's noble heart, a flaming truth. The king fell at the Brahmana's feet. He cried, my manliness is lost. My ancestors' virtue has perished. My fame is ashes. I have committed an awful sin today, Brahmana. I am a base, weak king. Have mercy on me. You can have whatever you want from me. This kingdom is yours. I am your slave. My wealth, everything that is mine, shall be yours. Do not grieve. The Brahmana said, what will a blind man do without a mirror? What will a fool do with a book? What will I do with wealth when I have lost my wife? If you truly mean what you say, there's only one possession of yours for which I have any use, just one that can repair my loss. Give me your queen. The king cried out as an animal struck with an arrow. My kingdom is yours, my horses, my elephants, my army, my riches, even my life, but I cannot give you my queen. Brahmana, how dreadful is the sin of sleeping with another man's wife. The Brahmana scoffed at this. He said, I will purify these sins away easily with tapasya, the sin of enjoying another man's wife. No, king, if you don't want me to curse you, you need to give me your queen. The king knew Dharma demanded he gave his queen to the widower. He thought, I will give my Kirti Malini to the Brahmin and walk into a fire. Then my honor will survive and I will escape sin. With a ritual of holy water, he gifted a tearful Kirti Malini to the Brahmin. Then he bathed. He prayed to the gods, fixing his heart on Lord Shiva. He walked 3 times in Padakshina around the fire that he had kindled. The king was about to step into those flames when the Brahmana took his hand. Lord Shiva stood revealed before the king. His Brahmana guise was abandoned. The Lord Shiva, stood there, five-faced, three-eyed, glinting in the light of the moon was the moisture on his jata. He was brilliant as a star, white as a lotus. He wore an elephant's hide. His hair was wet with the Ganga water, and he had living green serpents for his necklace. He stood smiling indulgently with the exquisite Parvati beside him. The heavens marked the king's great bhakti with a shower of unearthly petals. The king himself stood stunned, his skin crawling, his head bowed before the vision of Lord Shiva, tears coursing down his face. Shiva and Parvati blessed the king and told him to ask for any boon. In a quivering voice, the king said, "Lord, my greatest boon is that I see you before me amidst this samsara. But if you would grant me another boon, Lord, let my father and my mother, Kirtamalini and I, and my friend and his son all live near you forever." Kirtamalini asked Parvati, "Devi, let my father and my mother also live near you." So for 10,000 years, with Lord Shiva's blessing, the ancient king Bhadrahu ruled peacefully and wisely. Then he left his kingdom to his son and went to eternal bliss with his beautiful wife, Kirtamalini, at the Lord's feet. He who reads or tells the tale of Shiva's incarnation as the Brahmana never swerves from Dharma, and he surely attains moksha one day. Bole Baba ki jai. Shiva Maharaja ki jai. Bole Baba ki jai.